Hello everybody, it's FarmSim guy here, hope you're all doing well. Oh, it's nice to be back, I'm not going to lie to you. This is the first vid I've recorded since I came back from vacation. We did have to say that we did have the proceed vid that we did yesterday already recorded before I went away, and I didn't just have enough time to get it sorted before I went away, but we are back good and proper today, and we are back in Ohio, and we are back on Seneca County, and today, as you can see, we are getting up Perma's Modding's rather brilliant liquid fertilizer trailer and the 4940, and we are going to do some herbicide spraying because all of our fields have got a first stage of growth on them, as you can see. So we're making progress into early winter here, but as you can see, we've got a few little bits of weed appearing, and we do not want weeds. Now, if I quickly jump to our menu here, you will be able to see these little patches of weed, the little pink elements across most of the fields actually. 116 doesn't appear to have any at the moment, which is great. A couple in the top corner of an 88 here, but the big field over here actually, 50, 65 and 66 that we've merged doesn't have any at all on it, which is great. So what we're going to do, we'll go and sort these fields out down here, get all of those sprayed this episode. We are on a bit of downtime really, if I'm being honest, on here until we catch up with the spring and into the summer next year, when we will be able to get the combines out and get this stuff harvested. Remember, we've got tobacco here, and we've also got peanuts in the next field, as well as our standard crops. So I'm looking forward to harvesting them when they come around. They certainly look good in the field. So what we're going to do now, we will fill up with herbicide, and we will use a bit of the manure system mod, another brilliant mod from Wopster, so we can refill in the field. So we'll fill up with herbicide now, and we will get sorted. I think we'll start straight away with this first field, and just work our way around these as the day goes on. So like I said, we'll get this filled up, we'll go and get the 4940 as well, and we'll get that filled up as well, and then after that any refills we can do through this tank. What else has been happening? Not much, if I'm being honest. It is obviously playing on seasons. We have to wait for the time to pass. I think we did a really good job with these fields. As you can see, our pH value and our nitrogen values are perfect in all of these. The only one, we've got one field where we didn't manage to get the amount of nitrogen in that we were hoping for, and I believe it is, in fact it's both of these top two here. We could ideally do with putting a little bit more in there, but actually I'm going to leave them for this year. I think we've moved on too far now, we've planted the crops and they've started to grow, so we're going to leave them, but everything else, as you can see, is looking pretty good. So it'll be an interesting test actually to see how different the yield is in these fields. So while that's refilling, we will go and get the 4940 and get him set up and ready. So here we are on the 4940 now. We are just going to run this round to the herbicide refill. It makes no point in filling it direct from the tank that we've just filled when we're so close to the main tank. So we will refill this too. We'll get this filled right up, and we should see how far we get with this. Filling up nice and quickly there. We don't hold as much in here as we do within the big tanks as well, so refilling should be good. We should have enough to keep us going. There you go, 1245 in terms of gallons in here, compared to, I believe, it was a rather large 6,500 gallons for the refill. So, good stuff. Okay, I think we're going to start on field 30 actually. There looks to be more on 30 and 29 than there does on other fields. So we'll get started with those. So let's jump in, they're just across the road, and we will get some spraying done. I do love the 36 meter boom on this. Just makes very short work of a lot of fields. So let's get in here and let's get things started. So there we go, boom's unfolding now. Now what I am going to do in this field, just because I've got space to turn around at the ends pretty easily, is I am going to just run these up and down with no headlands. I'm going to skip over to here. I was in the wrong field there. So like I said, yes, I'm going to run this without headlands. We've got GPS as well. We should be doing this relatively quickly, to be honest. Not too many passes. So we're going to make things easy as we can for ourselves. So we'll just reverse at the end of the rows and head back using a GPS. So we'll just get this into position here. We will set up the GPS and we will be on our way. Okay, so we're making pretty good progress here. We are 62% left in the tank, which means we'll definitely finish this field relatively quickly, and probably the one next door before we need to refill. One of the beauties of this thing is it runs at 21 miles an hour in field, so you can cover a lot of ground very quickly. A mixture of that and the long boom on it makes it incredibly useful thing to get through a lot of crop. So like I said, with this I'm not really doing headlands. I've got enough space at the end of rows to allow me to cut corners a little bit. So what I'm going to do here, this is only really the issue I've come across, this little lump at the end here. So I should be able to just cover this off manually. And then I'll do a quick U-turn here. I know we're running the booms over the road. I'm sure that's frowned upon. But there we go. We'll get lined up for the next run back, and we'll crack on and get this field finished. Now we are going to be doing a lot of spraying in this episode, so I'll probably jump onto a little bit of a time lapse with some of this and leave some of our... I will show you refill though, using Manure system, because that's brilliant and brings a whole kind of level of, I guess, immersiveness and realism to it, which I really like. So we'll definitely do that when we run out of herbicide. But in the meantime, we're just going to crack on and get as many of these fields done as we can.
Higher and higher, I'm gonna raise the flag. Fire oh fire, send out a flare to find. Give me a reason. I'm gonna send a sign, calling you over, calling you to my life.
So here we are running, just manually running this last little slither down the right hand side of the field here, and look at that, we have done it with 2% left in the machine. So that's pretty cool. I'll just raise it up slightly so we don't have any issues. I'm going to fold it up actually as well, as we're going to head to the next field next door. But what we're going to do, we're going to refill this in the field, so I can show you the manure system mod with it as well. So obviously, as well as the manure system, it is the fertilizer system. You've got different pipes. But again, a really clever mod from a Wopster. Obviously reviewed Proseed the other day. You know how much of a fan I am of GPS. The guy does some fantastic mods. So with that in mind, let me just try and park this somewhere semi-sensible, and you'll see why in a little minute, because a certain point you need to be at with the sprayer, and we'll go and get the truck. Look at that, it's just a little after midday and the sun is really low in the sky and there's this haze all around. It's nicely done. I do enjoy this map, so much fun. Right, here we are in our rather nice Mac from Expendables modding. Now I'm just doing a little check to see where the pump is here. There, that's what I need to plug into. So we're on the right side here. Well, we're on the left side, but you know what I mean. It's on the right side of the trailer for where I want to take it. So what we do, we run up to here, and I think one of the things I like the most about Perma's version of this truck is the trailer is the storage of the pipes. These are the biggest frustration for me with things. It's not having good storage. So there we go. We can drop our pipe off there, and we just hook that up to the front of the 4940. We grab the other end from underneath there and we move it into place like so, hooked up to there. We're all switched on. Now what I want to do, I want to jump in here, and once we're in the sprayer I need to turn it back on. There we go. That thing's loaded up, and I hit R, which turns on the pump on the sprayer. Oh, the pump target's full, so I need to press Z to switch it from filling to emptying. Press R, and there you see in the bottom corner there, it's pumping from the tanker head into the sprayer. Now, it's not going particularly quickly, it does take a little bit of time this to do, but it's a really, really fun way of adding a little bit of realism to your gameplay, and it works really, really well. So, we will leave that to fill up, and as soon as it's ready, we will jump into field 2. Now what I'm going to do probably is put these on some fast time lapses. Not something I do very often, but it's going to be a lot of the same if you see the standard montage footage. So we'll do that, and we'll come back and chat in a little while. Okay, so there we go, 97%, 98%. We are just about to top out here in the sprayer. Just wait for it to tick up there. There we go. Now I will turn the pump off, and we'll turn the engine off as well, actually, just so we can jump out. Now it's as simple as uncoupling the pipe from both sides. There we go. I will move this back over to here, where we will connect it back onto the trailer for safekeeping. If I remember my buttons, there we go. Right click, not left click. And that's all ready to go the next time we need refilling. But for now, let's get the second field of wheat sprayed. So, enjoy the music.
So often away, come again. It's now or never. We're going away. You never know what we will find behind the line. Find behind the line. If you believe in love, give me a feeling. If you believe in me, hold me and let me in. If you are ready, I'm gonna reach you. I got a feeling you're gonna reach me too. We're up and away, we're around the world together. So up and away, come again. It's now or never. We're going away. You never know what we will find behind the line. Behind the line.
And there we go, another field done. Let's get that folded up. And what we're going to do, we'll head over to the tobacco field next, I think. We've got half a tank still in here, so we don't need a refill just yet. And then I think we'll do the peanuts next, and then we'll work our way up to the two fields at the top. There's another tobacco field at the top, and there's a field of corn up there. So we'll just jump back to the farm here and cut through. I'd like to think the tobacco field will get finished before we need another refill, but it's taking no time at all. This thing is so fast. This is really, really decent progress we're making. And like I said, you know, this is a little bit of an extra episode, because I was honestly thinking I wouldn't make it back to Ohio until the crops were almost ready. But I forgot I was playing with weeds. So again, weeds with seasons is a lot less taxing than it is without seasons. So you'll see there are small clumps rather than what you would see in the base game without seasons on, where the entire field is covered, and if you don't catch them in time, you're in big trouble. So there we go. Let's get this tobacco sprayed off, and we will be back shortly.
We're around the world together, so often away. Come again, it's now or never. We're going away. You never know what we will find behind the line. Find behind the line, behind the line. We can run the world. We can run the world. Well, let us run. Well, let us run. Oh, we can run the world.
Okay, so here we are, just finishing off the edge of this tobacco field here, all looking good, and then it looks like we're going to need another refill. We're sitting on 190 gallons left, so by the time we've got to here, I'll just roll it up to the edge. I'm wanting to avoid rolling down that hill into the bins, so there we go. Oh well, I did it anyway. Typical. There we go. We're done. Let's fold up again, and we will head over to the peanut field. Again, we do need a refill. Now I could refill up at the bins, but I'll be honest, I want to have another go with the manure system. Quite enjoyed that last time. So just for the hell of it, we'll head out to the peanut field, and we'll fill up using Perma's trailer again and manure system. So we'll run down the road just a little bit. We'll get things kind of parked up semi-sensibly. So just on the edge here, once the ditch has disappeared, we will turn this around like so, and then we will go and get the trailer. So here we are, we'll just turn this around in the road. As you can see, we've used 19% of it so far. So we've got a lot of supply still in here, which is great. So we will just pull it off the road here, try and align our pump for the sprayer and the pump for the trailer together, so that we're not stretching the pipes too much. That looks pretty good to me. We will jump out, we will grab our pipe from here, there we go, pick it up, connect it to the front of the sprayer, like so, pick up the other end, try as much as we can to connect it to the other end. I actually think I might be too close here. Maybe I just needed to be round this side. Let's give it a go, shall we? Yep, I'm definitely too close. What we'll do, we'll just roll forward, and like I said, you know, this is a little bit of FS physics going on here. I mean, this is a phenomenal mod, and the more you use it, the more you'll get used to it. But yes, there are some subtle limitations to how the physics will work. Now, I bet you I've gone from one extreme to the other, and I'm now too far away. Yeah, I'm too far away now. Of course I am. Of course it wouldn't be as simple as just having it perfect, would it? But you know what? That's why we love FarmSim, isn't it? And, of course, in true transparent style, it's always nice for you guys to see that it doesn't always run super smoothly either. So, click, there we go. I did that time, that was beautiful. So jump in here. Now the pump should be set to unload again. So if I just hit R, there we go. We are filling back up. Happy days. Okay, there we are, coming up to 98 and 99%, all filled up. We will wait until it hits the top. 1, 2, 4, 5. There we go. We will power off the pump in the sprayer, and we'll just come to here, disconnect from here, disconnect from here. Let's pop it back onto the trailer. There we go, all done and dusted, and we will get on and get this field sorted. Now, I'm going to probably call it there. I know it's not been a particularly long episode, but we're doing a lot of the same stuff. I don't want you guys to get bored, but it was a necessary and useful episode to do, I think, to get these fields in the best condition possible for when the harvest does arrive, because it's going, I'm hoping it's going to be a big one. As you can see, our money is down in the lower reaches of 69,000 now, so we haven't got much money left. So this harvest really needs to start funding our next stage on the farm. But for now, from me, the FarmSim guy, thanks very, very much for watching. Enjoy this little montage outro, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.